Hampden Sydney certainly a little bit of a rebuilding year, and for EMU, a team that I absolutely can tell you is much better than their record would indicate at 8-11 and 3-8 in the ODAC, but so many close games. And with a senior-laden team and a team that has a lot to play for going down the stretch, it's a team that one would think would have quite a bit of a shot to be an upset-minded spoiler come ODAC tournament time towards the end of this month in Salem. I'm Scott Lowe. The big deal here today is that it's Alumni Day, and that means all of the alumni from any years of EMU basketball are invited, and not just the Kirby Dean years, although with Kirby Dean's last season upon us, it looks like that will have quite a bit of bearing on what happens today. And so, if you didn't know about it, we hope that you'll stay with us at halftime, because there's going to be lots of ceremony, lots of introductions, lots of memories, lots of EMU basketball nostalgia as we remember all of the men's basketball players and, of course, that EMU Elite 8 team as well. We're expecting so many of the members to be here for that. Now, the EMU basketball women are also playing today. They're at Roanoke College. They've got a 3:30 start for the game in Salem. And then the women return home on Tuesday when they host Shenandoah University. Time for Tuesday's game is at 7 o'clock, and you can see live stats and live video, a webcast of all the women's and men's games right here at our official website. You got us here at emuroyals.com. The pregame show is powered by Centera RMH at Centera Sports Medicine Center. Well, there are many ways to define an athlete. There's the mom who carves time out of each morning to run, the retired grandfather who loves his Wednesday golf game, or the local high school athlete playing under the Friday night lights. Well, for the team at Centera Sports Medicine Center, it doesn't matter how you define an athlete, their extraordinary team will get you back to your active lifestyle. The lifestyle that you love, and this is sports medicine. Learn more at Centera.com. I want to thank the folks from Telemedia for the high-definition coverage that we get here today from Yoder Arena. They're going to be sticking with us come halftime. We even have the pep band in attendance today. And we're expecting a pretty good crowd here today with all of the alumni and their families invited, with receptions and get-to-know-yous and, of course, the ceremony coming up at halftime. We'll let you know that the Running Royals play a couple of road games next week, including at rival Bridgewater on Wednesday, then wrapping up the regular season, couple of home games the following week, hosting Shenandoah on Wednesday, February 14th, followed by Emory and Henry on Saturday, February 17th. And for more information, of course, all of that is at emuroyals.com. So it's a special day to be with the Men's Basketball Alumni Day as part of EMU's centennial year. We're excited to welcome back former coaches and players from the previous 51 years of EMU men's basketball, including Owen Longacre. How you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you today?
Really good. And, you know, have you had a chance, as you sit down with us to do the color commentary of today's game against Hampden Sydney, have you already had a chance to reunite with some old friends and basketball family?
I've seen a bunch. I'm looking forward to seeing some more after the game, but it's a neat day here with all the basketball family and former coaches and friends and everything. It's neat to see all the familiar faces.
And it's going to be a special day, I think, for Coach Kirby Dean as well, because here in his last season, as he goes on to not greener pastures, but different pastures that will include coaching of a different kind, but not on the hardwood. And we certainly are glad to hear about his decision, of course, to set aside some of the things that have been important for things that he knows are more important these days, including his family and being a father. But, you know, he's going to be missed on this court, not just by the fans, not just by the players that are here, but he changed the culture here.
Yeah, and I think when you look around and you see all the familiar faces, it's really a testament to the relationships he was able to create with all the different players from different walks of life. And, when we say a family, we mean that. We view Kirby as someone who not just made us better basketball players, but made us better men. And I think you see all these people here, they're coming back. Yeah, they're coming back to watch the game, but they're also coming back because they had, a relationship with him and a relationship with all the coaches. And and we want to reflect that. So it's a neat day.
Here comes Kirby onto the floor here, and I've heard that from you. Really, the thing I've heard, and you just exemplified this, is you leave here, and it's going to be that way with college coaches, with coaches of any type, in molding young men, but it's just different here. You leave here such a different person than what you came here as, under the tutelage of all of the folks here at EMU, and especially Kirby Dean.
Yeah, I mean, it was always, you're a person first and you're a basketball player second. And so developing high character individuals was always a top priority. And then second was, how good of a basketball player could we be? So I believe everybody that's come through here has left a better person.
I will tell you that as long as I've been doing ODAC basketball, to change subject here, which is since the early 90s, I don't recall a Hampden-Sydney team struggling like this one is this year. They're next to last place in the conference. They're led by Kevin Quinn, 11.7 points per game. Malik Crute with 14.3 points per game. And Nick Chase, who's 9.5 points per game and 4.7 rebounds per game in their starting lineup. They, like a lot of the Hampden-Sydney teams in the past, they'll play everybody. D-Vic in his 10th season. EMU, a senior-laden team. And, Owen, that's something I want to get to you about. This team is having a disappointing year as far as their record, but they've been in almost all of their games. They've showed that they can play with anybody in the conference. And for the most part, there's always that team come ODAC tournament time that everybody says, yeah, but don't pay attention to their record. I think it's EMU.
Well, first off, I think it just shows you how hard the ODAC is and why it's the best Division III, league in the entire country, because it comes down to not a game or two, but a couple of plays that make the difference between being in the top half and the bottom half. So, both of these teams, Hampden-Sydney and EMU, you just got to keep working all year long because you never know what's going to happen in that tournament, and we see it happen all the time. So, yeah, I think these guys have a lot of talent. They got a lot of senior experience, and so you just keep pushing, and you hope by the end of the year you're, in a good position to make a run.
Where'd you grow up at?
Philadelphia.
So I guess you come by this love of the Eagles honestly tomorrow, right?
That's absolutely right. This will be the first Super Bowl I've ever watched all by myself because I couldn't do it with friends who weren't supposed to be supporting them as loud as I could. So I'm excited. I got all our preparations, bought all the food and everything, so we're ready to go tomorrow night.
It's going to be a great game tomorrow. Going to be a great game here this afternoon. I just saw your Eagles shirt, and I know so many of the Royals grew up in Pennsylvania, and I said it has to be you too.
That's right.
These two teams met earlier this season. Hampden-Sydney won that one, but another one where EMU was in it, 80-73 on November 29th. Each had a big run during an even first half. And the Tigers closed the game on a 22-11 run. So you think about that. Once again, EMU down the stretch is in it and let one slip through their fingers as Hampden-Sydney came up with the win there. Isaiah Harris-Wendt led EMU with 22 points and 8 rebounds. In that one, Malik Jones added 15 points and 7 boards, 6 assists. That was a big game for Travis Clower, 15 points. I don't think anybody's letting Travis have any uncontested threes anymore. That was earlier in the season. That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, and you want to protect home court. I mean, on a special day like this, you got a lot more faces out here. It's going to be 100% effort from all of them from the get-go.
EMU fell to Virginia Wesleyan on Wednesday. Rashawn Latimer, 20. Sammy Thomas, 12 boards, 10 points. Another one that there's some coulda, shoulda, woulda in that one. And Hampden-Sydney dropped their Wednesday game at Guilford, 80-64. Where Kevin Quinn, who had 18 points in the first meeting between EMU and Hampden-Sydney, the other night was 4 of 8 from beyond the arc en route to 16 points there. So the coaches, referees, everybody glad handing, I can say that. And we're glad that you are handing us a little bit of your Saturday afternoon here as we're ready for an ODAC tick here for 2 o'clock start for EMU and Hampden-Sydney.
Good.
You can never, a little handshake from the officials, you can never have enough friends who are officials or policemen. There's a few authority figure teachers, right?
That's right. That's right. You got to have, got to be friends with everybody, I guess.
I'm Scott Lowe. I'm joined with Owen Longacre, a special EMU basketball edition as it's Alumni Day. And if you're just joining us, a special halftime presentation and ceremony to honor all of the alumni. It's been a little bit longer than most halftimes here, and we're glad to have you along and hope you'll stick around for that. And then your best announcer, I don't know if they do an all-ODAC team for announcers, but Jeff certainly is the MVP of that. Getting ready to do starting lineups here. And let's start with Hampden Sydney. And as I mentioned, they are coached by D. Vick, now in his 10th season, assisted by Kevin Leatherwood and Matt Williams. Kevin Williams averages 11.7 points per game, 1.9 rebounds, and hits 36.5% from beyond the arc, the 6'4 sophomore. Chase Johnson, another sophomore, 8.7 points per game, 1.9 rebounds, and a big three-ball hitter at almost 43%. Malik Crute, 14.3 points per game, the 6'2 junior. Nick Chase is averaging 9.5 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and some size for Hampden Sydney. And Justin Reed averaging 3.7 points per game for the Tigers. Tigers come in 5-15 overall, 2-9 in the conference. And you got some seniors for the Running Royals. Malik Jones is one of them. 12.8 points per game, 3.9 rebounds per game. The 6'3 senior from Charlestown, West Virginia. Accompanied by his brother, Jerome Jones, 6'3 senior from Charlestown. Jerome averaging 6.6 points per game, 3.6 rebounds. And yet another senior for EMU, Rashawn Latimer, at 6 foot out of Warrenton, Virginia, 13.7 points per game, 2.5 rebounds. And Isaiah Harris-Wen, you guessed it, a senior at 6'4", 14.8 points per game and 8.2 rebounds per game. And Isaiah Harris-Wen out of Frederick, Maryland. Sammy Thomas out of Owings, Maryland. 9.3 points per game, 6 rebounds per game for the 6'7 junior. Third in the conference in field goal percentage at 57%. Oh, and the Running Royals are wearing black at home this year. I like it.
Yeah, I think it goes nice with the new floor they've had here in the past year, and it's a good look for them.
A couple of times teams have shown up with black jerseys, so they've had to set them aside. And this big day getting set to get underway. Pretty good crowd here on a Saturday afternoon. At Yoder Arena, glad to have you along here. And once again, thanks to the folks from Telemedia for providing the pictures. It's February now. The Royals could use some. They've shown they can play well. Put up some W's, hang some of those going into the tournament.
Yeah, you're looking to build some momentum, so hopefully it can all start here today.
Thomas to jump it up. Along with Chase, the Royals get it first. And Malik will set it up. Latimer on the right wing. Isaiah Harris-Wen, top of the key. They loop it in to Thomas, and then the three ball from Latimer is short. And the rebound's going to come down to the Tigers.
Good shot here for the first of the game. I think he's going to make a lot more of those as we go along.
Like any team that relies so much on the three ball, it's hot and cold for EMU when they've got it. One of the best teams in the conference. Start out in a mid-court trap there and frustrate the Tigers a little bit. And the Royals look like they're zoning up. And that doesn't help things as Justin Reed gets behind his defender and scores the first two of the game. Thomas, double teamed. Bounce pass to Jerome Jones. Latimer. The foul is going to be on Chase Johnson.
A great ball moving by the Royals there on that second possession. I'd really like to see Sammy, when he catches that inside, maybe look across court. I think he's going to find a few more options and will open things up for him.
You see Sammy Thomas, and so far, first couple of possessions, they've made sure Sammy gets a touch each time underneath, even if they kick it back out. Latimer inside to Harris-Wen. Now 10 on the shot clock. Jerome makes his move, kicks it back out to Malik, lets it fly off the front of the rim. Tigers on the attack. Chase Johnson sets it up now. High post 10 on the shot clock, and he was open, so he just launched it. Nick Chase, and on the rebound, it's going to be a foul on EMU.
Yeah, that's one of those fouls you're gonna live with over the course of a game, trying to box out, be physical. Just looked like he grabbed his hand a little bit on the very end of it.
Foul's on Jerome. It's his first team foul, number 1. Inbounds play. They get it to Quinn. All movement to Reed. Picks up his dribble. Wraparound pass. And the hook is off the mark, and here come the Royals in a hurry. So Rashawn Latimer gets the first 2 of the afternoon for EMU. We're tied there. And there's the quick release dead-eye shooter, Kevin Quinn.
Yeah, not great transition defense there by the Royals. Really got to get back and communicate.
Latimer penetrates. Now comes out of the lane. Sammy back to the basket. And I tell you what, just created some space for himself going around his defender, but couldn't finish.
Great move.
Stop and pop jumper there from Johnson doesn't go, and the rebound will go to Hampden-Sydney on the baseline.
Yeah, unlucky there. 2 guys going for it at the same time. But great move by Thomas on the baseline down there. Just got to put that away.
Guy Gamirez is in the game, and his turnaround hook is good. (6-2) it is, Hampden-Sydney. The Royals trying to push past this man-to-man. Jerome Jones. Latimer's off the mark from three-point land, and a foul going to be called on Guy Gamirez of Hampden-Sydney. It's his first and team foul number 2. Again, McCants and Clower in the game, Zavi and Travis. Travis coming in averaging 6.9 points per game off the bench for EMU. Quick release by Malik. Too strong. Rebound Hampden-Sydney.
Again, good shot. It's not falling right now.
Left hand dribble now in the corner. Quinn inside to Gamirez. Working hard against DJ Hill, who got in the game. Hill comes up with a rebound. Good D by the freshman. Knocked out of bounds by Quinn. And it'll be Clower to put it in. To Harris Wynn, now to Malik.
Really like to see the Royals get something going to the basket. You know, when you start off a little cold, sometimes getting a layup can really get your shooters going too. See if they don't do a back screen here, maybe a low post touch, try to get something towards the rim.
6 on the shot clock, and Malik is way away from the bucket. Penetration is there. Harris Wynn for 3, had to fade away. Well defended. The rebound comes down to the Tigers. Good defense by Zavi, and it's thrown out of bounds, but the Tigers will retain possession. Hunter Keane in the game now for Hampden-Sydney. And there's going to be a steal. Zavi McCants brings it across the timeline, flips it to Clower, who can't hold on.
Good individual effort there in the steal.
Well, and I think that's got to be one of the keys, not only today for the Royals, but down the stretch. As well as you got to hit the shots from outside, because that's where you're attempting a bunch of it. But that defense needs to quantify what running Royals means. In the corner, deep ball doesn't go. The rebound to Hill, his second. Malik straight to the hoop just as you ordered, but it's taken away. Quinn goes down, no call after whatever put him on the floor. Using the pivot foot there was Reed, but they'll bring it back outside and set it up.
Yeah, this second unit's proven to provide some really great defense.
Foul's going to be on Travis Cloward. It's his first. But when EMU and the Running Royals under Kirby Dean have been at their best, the steal and the bucket on the other end, that's been kind of the name of the game. They have always traditionally gotten a lot from that, and I think the seniors here understand that.
Yeah, and Kirby's letting the ref have it. On 15 years that he hasn't lost any of his fire.
And justifiable when he goes after him. Hook shot and the foul on Key, and he'll go to the line. And the foul for EMU is going to be on DJ Hill. So that's his first team foul, number 3, and Keene goes to the line with Hampden Sydney leading 6-2.
You know, all things considered, I don't know if it could have been offensively much of a worse start, but only down 5, you know, still in this game, plenty of room for improvement.
Yeah, first 5.5 minutes and only a deuce on the board.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little run here.
Well, that was the name of the game for these teams when they met in November. Each team going on runs. Keene makes them both. Latimer thought about launching one. Inside to Caldwell. He turns around, fades away, and Caldwell breaks the ice. Cuts the lead to 8-4. Crute in the lane. Bounce pass to Keene. He slams it home. Kirby's seen enough of that for a while. It's 10-4. EMU down by 6. EMU basketball is brought to you by Weaver's Flooring America. As we see the replay there of Keene's dunk. Mass Landscapes, Dairy Queen, Fieldcrest Electric, Mr. J's, Bagels and Deli, Custom Printing, Harrisonburg, and Livewire Electrical. Warfels Chocolates, Klein May Realty, McDonough Toyota, and Subway. LD&B Insurance, Financial Services, also Probst Excavating Incorporated, Kunzler Meats, Bergey's Tire Service, Glenn's Fair Price Store, Design Concrete Builders, Pepsi Cross Tours, Courtyard by Marriott, Blue Ridge Power Sports, and a bowl of good along with Owen Longacre. That's a bowl of good over there. I'm Scott Lowe, and it's Alumni Day. Very special day here with so many of the past players of EMU here. And they would certainly like, as nice as it's going to be to see everybody, and great coach Dean and other coaches who've been here at EMU that are going to be in attendance, or are in attendance, a win would be a good thing.
Absolutely. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, February is that time. You're trying to get some momentum. You know, a good win today at home, follow it up with a good win next week, and all of a sudden you've got something. Maybe you can catch fire as you head towards the tournament.
By the way, that's not Kirby Dean. That's Matt Huff over there having a discussion with the Stripes. He's still not satisfied with the answer. I know a look of disgust when I see one. Royals around the perimeter.
Yeah, Sydney's in a 2-3 zone right now. They're going to have to get that ball inside and attack from either the elbow or the short corner.
5 on the shot clock.
There it is.
Tariq Caldwell explodes off the bench. He's got 4 of EMU's 6 points.
Yeah, great job using the dribble to create an open passing lane. Nice finish.
Johnson working against McCants. He kicks it to the left side. Crute. And there's the 3 ball. Quinn can't get it to go. Jones was trailing, thought about the 3, flips it to McCants. Latimer in the lane, out to Zavy McCants.
There we go.
Cuts it to 1. Johnson leaves it for Crute. Back to Johnson to Crute as they play catch. He can't get the screen. They tried to go backside, and EMU commits the foul after the ball really wasn't handled very well there on the baseline.
Yeah, really unlucky there for EMU to have that foul. Good, solid defense. Ball just didn't go their way.
On the replay, there they go. Backside and hand it to the Tigers for being able to keep it from going out of bounds there. The free throw is missed by Keene. The foul was on Caldwell. It's his first and team foul number 4, and DJ Hill's going to get back in the game.
Looks like Sydney's going with the lineup change, getting most of their starters back in the game.
So Keene has 4 points. 2 of those from the free throw line, and now 3. Back in the game is Guy Gamares. And it's a 2-point Tiger advantage as the Royals bring it across the timeline with 12:08 to go in the first half. Latimer tries to bust up the zone. Rebound, Isaiah Harris win. It's good, and it counts. He'll go to the line.
Great job crashing the glass. Always preach that in a 2-3 zone when they don't have a matchup. You know, you can slide in the little holes and whatnot and find your way in there. Great job.
Isaiah Harris win, picking it up, and can give the Royals their first lead of the game here. We're tied at 11. Into the game was Brendan McHale now for the Tigers. It's got to be an offensive foul.
Absolutely.
Nick Chase gets called for it. So that's his first. Each team now with 4 team fouls. And once again, the Royals looking for their first lead. Latimer thought about it. Hill outside to Malik Jones to Jerome, left wing. "17-footer there for Isaiah Harris win. He's got 4. The Royals have the lead. Transition basket as the Tigers come right back with Chase. Tied at 13.
Heating up. We're heating up.
Isaiah Harris wins, says, watch what I can do. And the Royals lead by 3. Wraparound pass inside to Gamares. Got underneath Hill and took him to school.
Yeah, and he's a good player. He's got a bevy of moves already that he's shown, and he finishes strong. We might need to come over and provide some extra help there in the future.
A few things about defending in the low post you could teach that guy, right?
Well, I think they're doing a good job. Like I said, I mean, he's 25, is a good player. He's strong. He knows how to use his body control, so he's going to be a tough matchup.
Well, Gamares just picked up his second foul. That's team foul number 5.
There you go. Maybe foul trouble is the only thing that'll slow him down.
Jerome Jones. Tigers back in the man-to-man. And swatting it from behind, and a little chippiness out there as Nick Chase didn't like the call.
Yeah, I think Chase frustrated by the foul, and then he kept playing through it, and he got hit in the back and didn't like it. I think referees got it under control pretty fast.
At the very least, that's a yellow card. One of those fouls where I know you don't like that you did commit it, but you did commit it. It's obvious to everybody here. 16-15, Royals with a 1-point advantage on the attack. 3 ball. And the Royals are hitting them. Jerome Jones got it going, and a timeout on the floor. Royals lead 19-15. We'll take a break. You're watching Eastern Mennonite University basketball.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. It's hard to stop a train.
Well, Owen, you said the Royals were due for a run. I think it's 17-7 since you said that.
Well, I just had a feeling, get some of those starters back in, and they're bound to make some shots. Cold start, but now they're getting them heated up.
19-5, the Royals lead by 4 out of the Tigers' timeout. Royals have hit 3 long-range jumpers to give them the lead here. Quinn, right side to McHale. And he tries to feed Gee. Garamus will go to the line. Jerome Jones with his second, team foul number 5. And Gamaris, 6'8" senior out of Brazil. There's a few teams in the ODAC that have those widely varying rosters. Washington Lee, one of them. Hampden, Sydney, one of them. South Carolina, Brazil, Georgia, Tennessee, all represented on that roster. Tree Caldwell back in the game. He's got 4 points. Royals led by the 7 from Isaiah Harris Wynn. They're going to be a lane violation.
Wow, lucky break there for the Royals. No excuse for the shooter to be leaving early.
Right. Helps out the Royals, who lead by 4. Harris Wynn to Clower. Give and go. Clower and Caldwell, but Clower couldn't finish. Out of bounds, it'll go to EMU, I think. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think he got a fingertip on it.
Yeah, Kirby Dean doesn't see it that way either. Taken away by Tariq Caldwell.
Good defense. Got to push. Catch him off guard.
Clower thought about the three. There's the elevation three from Isaiah Harris, went a little short. Inside to Gamirez, and he's fouled.
Yeah, you know, that happened before he even got the ball. That's a positional battle. He beat him down the floor. He got better position, and a good player like that's going to put it away.
See, on the rebound, they feed him, and there wasn't going to be much to stop that except the foul. As you're right, he had the advantage underneath. Gamirez. Well, they blew the whistle, and I thought he went in the lane again.
You know, they're letting him play here with 2 fouls. If we could get that 3rd foul on him in the first half, it could really be a game changer.
It really is, and there's lots of time left. 8:47 to go in the first. Gamirez. That one didn't roll in. Harris Wynn controls the rebound. Malik Jones will bring it out and set it up for EMU. Harris Wynn, top of the key. Inside to Xavi McCants, double team. Tariq Caldwell. What a job on McCants to get it to Tariq on the backside.
Yeah, great job keeping his eyes up. Drew a double team, found the open man.
Wondered what Xavi was doing down there in the low post, but that worked out fine. Good defense by Harris Wynn. They get it to Anthony in the corner. McHale says, thinking about going. There's Anthony with the long ball. As the clock expires and a time violation forced by the EMU defense. Royals retain possession for a moment after Caldwell was able to keep it, but then on the other end, the finish is going to be from Crute, his first bucket of the game.
Yeah, a little careless there. Got to take care of the ball.
Malik Jones for 3. Malik, his first bucket of the game. 24-18. The Royals in the lead. Will take a break with a timeout on the floor, and the Royals in a 6-point lead. You're watching EMU Royals basketball.
Clear to zip. Break a little. Touchdown. Good job. Game on.
Back at Yoder Arena, Alumni Day here, and the Royals leading Hampden Sydney in a revenge game from the game from earlier in the season down at Hampden City, as the Royals lead by 6, 24-18. Royals have hit not a lot, but just enough from beyond the arc to keep Hampden Sydney's defense honest.
Yeah, I think you take away those first 5 minutes, and since then it's been really good basketball by the Royals, so a lot to build on here.
Crute drove in the lane, has it taken away by the Royals. In the bucket, in the lane, contact all over the place, and it looks like Xavi's going to go to the line after the block, the contact.
Yeah, I think Rasheem Anthony actually had position in terms of being set, but his feet were inside the arc down there, and so they had to call the block.
Here you see it from 2 angles. Looked like it'd be a charge were it not for the semicircle.
Yeah, I really like they've added that semicircle to the game in the past couple of years. Really protects the offensive player more than ever.
McCants. I've never used that before. I'm going to write that down. McCann. Xavi gives the Royals a 7-point lead. McCants from Olney, Maryland. 6'1 junior. Connects again. Sammy Thomas back in the game for EMU. For Tariq Caldwell. Tariq giving EMU a few more minutes in the low post than he has been given. I think that's due to, in part, his exceptional play in the game here today.
Yeah, especially on the defensive end, really giving their big guy some tough time down there, really battling, doing a good job.
There's Quinn to McHale. Quinn behind the back dribble, picks it up. McHale again, now with 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out. Quinn's going to have to hurry. Shorten the rebound to Latimer. Malik Jones in the lane. Kicks out to McCants. Jerome thought he had an open 3. Malik does. A little short, and the rebound comes down to McHale. Inside they go, and the hook rolls around the rim and in for Keene.
Oh, nobody back to help. There we go.
6 minutes to go in the half. Royals lead by 6. Well, he's open, so Malik says, I'll take it. Fight for the rebound comes down to McHale for Hampden Sydney. Can't blame him. That's his shot. He was wide open. Keene on the other end now has 9. Hunter Keene off the bench having a big game for the Tigers. Baseline for Zavi. Couldn't flip it in. Oh, Sammy with the rebound doesn't go.
A lot of contact down there.
Royals will get a third chance. Fans love that. Offensive rebounds. Thomas throws it away. Keene again. Fouled by Sammy. So Sammy Thomas gets called for that foul.
Yeah, Thomas having a little tough time today. Maybe just a bad matchup down there. But I think he'll turn it around.
Sydney's in the bonus, as is EMU. And freshman Ty Evans comes in the game for EMU, as well as freshman DJ Hill.
You know, it's not our half-court defense that's really been doing the Royals wrong. It's been that transition all day. So anytime we, have a miss, not been doing a great job of getting back and getting a lot of easy layups and free throws, and it's really starting to add up a little bit for them.
This free throw helps out the Royals, who lead by 4. Jones to Evans, who got in the game. Now McCants. Latimer to Jerome, Jones, and Evans on the other side. Zavi can't get the screen from Latimer. In the lane goes Jones. Circus finish doesn't go. And Crude on the other end will bring it back out to set it up. Now Crude, entry pass to Keene. And a dash to the hoop from Chase Johnson. Rolls back out on the perimeter with Evans. One dribble, then picks it up. Latimer takes the baseline runs, double team, taken away, a lot of contact, no foul.
Yeah, and a little bit of a different lineup here for Kirby. I wonder how long he'll stay with this. Don't want to let it get out of hand here.
Crute picked up his dribble. Plays toss with the teammate, now has it back. Keene away from the basket, wraparound pass underneath. Doesn't go for Quinn. He gets his own rebound, and we're tied at 26. Whistle away from the basketball. It's going to be called on Keene. That's his first foul. Royals are in the bonus. And that's going to send DJ Hill to the line. DJ having a great freshman season, 5.7 points per game. This is where he struggled from.
Well, I really like his energy running the floor. He's active on both ends. You know, definitely got a lot of potential as we look forward the next couple of years.
And in the ODAC, when you're low post, you're going to get fouled. You got to convert from here. He's only 40% thus far this season. But he made that one.
There we go.
He showed me. I like it. 27-26, the Royals back in the lead. And DJ got them both.
There
That'll
we go.
help the percentage. Malik Jones, Isaiah Harris win back in the game for EMU with 3:21 to go before halftime. McHale guarded by Malik Jones. We have an injured player on the floor, and actually that's Kevin Quinn, and hoping he's okay.
Need to see it again, but I think he banged knees, and hopefully it's not as bad as it looks right now as he's writhing on the floor.
Let's see if we do have a replay of what happened there. Not sure. Quinn, who averages 11.7 points per game, as they tend to the injured Hampton-Sydney player. And that would certainly be a big loss for him. And you're right. I mean, he's acting like that is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, grabbed his left knee as soon as he hit the floor. Let's see if he can put any. Yeah, not putting any pressure on it as he gets off.
So Quinn coming off the floor. And in fact, they'll carry him. So they'll tend to him, and we'll get back to the action here at Yoder Arena with the Royals leading 28-26. And after the knee injury, the Royals will put it in the backcourt. It's Alumni Day. That means Owen Longacre's hands are going to be red with all the hand slaps and shaking hands at the end of it. Turnover for the Royals. There's unforced errors. But the Royals still lead by 2 with 3:04 to go. And again, stick with us at halftime for the basketball alumni acknowledgement.
Good defense there by Tim Jones. Got his hand on the ball. Just couldn't come up with it.
Another freshman getting in the game there, and Jones trying to get it done with the D, but he gets called with the foul. And that's going to send McHale to the line. 1-1 opportunity for McHale. In and out. Hill with the rebound. Isaiah Harris Wynn launched the three. Fight for the rebound. And Hill knocked it off a Tigers player. Good alert play by the freshman Hill. As he was falling out of bounds, Clower will put it in from the baseline. Harris Wynn. Out of Malik. Malik looking for a cutter. Nobody there yet. Clower. Oh, just let the dribble get away from him. Caption that, oops.
Yeah, I don't know how many turnovers we have exactly, but seems like been a little careless today. Not quite sharp like we need to be.
And you're right, for the Royals, the sixth make it seventh turnover. Hampden-Sydney has 7 turnovers as well. Gamares picks up his dribble, playing way away from the basket. Now Gamares inside, working against Hill. Hill giving up a few inches there. Still playing good D. Off the mark, that runner from McHale.
Great rebound there. See if we can't push, get a layup.
Chance at the hoop. Jones on that end now. Hampden Sydney with a hoop trying to tie it. That'll be a traveling. And the 8th turnover of the game by the Tigers.
Getting a lot of good looks on the offensive end, just not converting.
Simon McCann's back in. Treat Caldwell has 6 points. He's back in as well for DJ Hill here for the Royals.
Sydney going into a 1-3-1 here. Interesting for the last 2 minutes.
Isaiah Harris-Wynn trying to make him pay for it. He's off the mark with the long ball. We've been stuck at 28-26 for a while. Inside, Guermas. Offensive rebound by the Tigers. Flying in there is Crute. He's got 4. We're tied at 28. Bodies go flying. No foul. Tariq Caldwell.
Great finish.
Puts it up. Good possession there for the Royals. Caldwell has 8. We're under a minute to play in the half. Royals lead by 2. Keene back in the game and looking underneath. Now he comes out to the high post. In the corner, Johnson gives the Tigers the lead. 31-30 with under 30 seconds to go here in the half.
Yeah, look for the Royals to take the last shot and hold it till about 8 seconds. Kirby usually likes to set a high pick and roll there and play off of it and see what we can get. Here it comes.
We count on your experience here.
Oh, and he
rattles it in.
looked like he got
Malik
fouled on that
Jones,
too.
3 seconds in the half from half court. It doesn't go. The
Great
Royals
finish.
will go in at halftime with a 2-point, 33-31 lead. I will bid for a little while farewell to Owen Longacre. He's got the ceremony to be a part of. Great first half for the Royals, Owen. And everybody stick around because in just a moment, here's that fall-away 3. And you're not kidding about a fall-away 3 for EMU on the replay. Halftime is brought to you by Centera Sports Medicine Center. Many ways to define an athlete. The mom who carves time out of each morning to run. The retired grandfather who loves his Wednesday golf game. And the local high school athlete playing under the Friday night lights. For the team at Centera Sports Medicine Center, it doesn't matter how you define an athlete. The extraordinary team will get you back to the active lifestyle you love. This is sports medicine. So let's keep it here as the alumni players are about to be introduced here at Yoder Arena. And we're going to turn it over to Jeff Elliott, the announcer here at Yoder Arena, for the presentation. Dave King at midcourt with a gift for each of the alumni players.
We have 2 sets of fathers and sons, 3 brothers, 4 Hall of Fame members, Hall of Honor, and 1 retired jersey. So we will start with 1 of 3 brothers. 4 of them played, 3 of them are here today. Mr. Wayne Yoder.
Wayne Yoder
Correction.
played back in the 60s.
Wayne, that was just practice.
1966.
One of our coaches, Luke Drescher from 70 and 72.
Coach Luke Drescher coming out.
Coach Roland Landis from 1973.
And then Coach Roland Landis coming out as well from 1973.
Sherm Eberly, 1978 to 1986.
Coach Sherm Eberly, who was a coach from 78
Coach
to 86.
Tom Baker, 1992 to 2003.
Tom Baker, gets a big
And
hand.
course coach Kirby from 2004 to 2018. And he's of course going to be a little busy at that time. So now, without any further ado, let's introduce you to our players. Once again, one of 3 brothers present today, 4 total that play. From the class of 1966, Mr. Wayne Yoder.
Wayne Yoder.
Currently residing in
Back out.
Sarasota, Florida. Not related to the brothers, but Mr. Ron Yoder from the class of 1968. Currently residing in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Larry Fisher from the class of 1969. Currently residing in Churchville, Virginia. One of our Yoder brothers, Mr. Rick Yoder, class of 1969. Currently resides in Harrisonburg. Mr. Roy Keller, class of 1972. Resides in Dayton, Virginia. Jim Mullet, class of 1972, in Harrisonburg. I guess I can call him Mr. now, Mr. Lauren Schwartzentruber.
There's Lauren.
Class of 1972.
Big hand for the former president.
Residing in Harrisonburg. L.F. Miller, class of 1973, Hickory, North Carolina. Calvin Williams, class of 1973, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Our 3rd Yoder brother, Mr. Larry Yoder, part of our father-son group, 1973, Linville, Virginia. Steve Bridge, 1974, resides in Lyndhurst, Virginia. Wendell Everly, class of 1975, residing in Harrisonburg. Rick Shortell, 1975, Marysville, Ohio. Mike Green, 1976, South Hill, Virginia.
People coming from Ohio, Florida, all over the place for
Part of
alumni
our
day.
father-son team, Mr. David King, 1976, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Orrin Yoder, class of 1977, Mountain Lake Park, Maryland. Eric Martin, class of 1978, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Hall of Honor member, Mr. Tim Crawford, Verona, Virginia, class of 1981.
There he is.
Robert Stewart, class of 1981, resides in Stanton, Virginia. Dean Stewart, class of 1981, Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina.
Folks, we're just getting started.
Travis Sanders, 1982. David Eves, 1984, Spotsylvania, Virginia. Billy Lee, class of 1985, resides in Harrisonburg.
Big hand for him.
Hall of Honor member Phil Landis, class of 1987, resides in Harrisonburg.
From the Hall of Honor here. It's his recognition.
Duval
Phil.
Kendlinger, class of 1991, for Casey, Pennsylvania. Todd Martin, class of 1993, Mechanicsville, Virginia. Hall of Honor member, and our one member to have his jersey retired, Vaughn Troyer, class of 1993, resides in Millersburg, Ohio.
The legend
Lindell
here.
Farmer, class of 1995, resides in Harrisonburg. Troy Gerber, class of 1998, Harrisonburg. Hall of Honor member, former assistant coach Kerry Keys, class of 1998.
Big hand for him.
Resides in Harrisonburg,
Local high
Virginia.
school coach.
One of our father-son pair, Mr. Matt Yoder, class of 1999, resides in Charlottesville, Virginia. Steve Owens, class of 2003, resides in Luray. Mike Cullen, class of 2004, in Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Stuart Lee, class of 2005, Woodstock, Virginia. Current assistant coach, former alumni, of course, Mr. Matt Huff, Class of 2006.
He's in the locker room with the team.
Corey Whiting, class of 2006, residing in Stafford, Virginia. Earl Dyer, class of 2007, resides in Richmond, Virginia.
Earl Dyer.
One of our father-son pairs, Mr. Ryan King, class of 2007, resides in Berdenhaven, Pennsylvania. Brad Parks, class of 2008,
I remember that
in
guy.
Winchester, Virginia.
What a player.
Roger Parrish, class of 2009, resides in Harrisonburg. Luke Holleran, class of 2010, resides in Harrisonburg.
Now,
Class of 2011 member George Johnson, currently residing in Houston, Texas.
Elite Eight members being introduced. George.
Front court mate, class of 2011, Austin Twine from Dublin, Virginia.
Point guard from that season. One of the
Class
greats.
of 2011, Eli Crawford from Stanton, Virginia.
Ari Lee standout. Elite Eight member.
Big guy in the middle, class of 2012, Ori Ponzione, resides in Augusta, West Virginia. Class of 2013 member, Connor Chisnell, resides in Waynesboro. Doing some play-by-play today, down at the end of the table here. Another tall man in the middle, Mr. Owen Longacre, resides in
There he
Harrisonburg.
is, Owen.
Class of 2014 member, Dejan Daniel, currently residing in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
We see so many of these great players here on
Well,
Alumni
guys,
Day.
I know to get his highlight on ESPN's top 10 list, class of 2015 member, number 23, David Falk,
David Volk,
resides in Aurora, Virginia.
star of ESPN Sports Center.
Class of 2015 member, R.J. Sims, currently resides in Bowie, Maryland.
What a competitor. RJ.
Class of 2015 member, Nick Schultz from Prince George, Virginia. Mr. Ryan Yates, class of 2015, currently residing in Alexandria.
Most recent member, Ryan Yates.
And sitting at the scores table, manning the shot clock, 2016, Jeremy Heiser.
There you go, Jeremy.
Currently resides in Stanton, Virginia.
Wonder if we can get the shot of all of the alumni on this other end of the floor. There they
Other
are.
coaches who are not present
greats
today are
of
Eugene
EMU
Buckner,
basketball.
who started the program in the 1966-67 season. Art Mullett, coach from 1967 to 1970. Keith Phillips, coach from 1973 to 78. And Mark Fleming, coach from 1986 to 1992.
So great job by Jeff Elliott to announce all of these alumni as they get lined up. Gosh, I'd love to play a game with some of these guys.
Stand up a little bit and stretch our legs.
And I'm going to stand up
Men's
too.
basketball alumni.
Been a part of ODAC basketball since the early 90s. I've seen so many of these guys play. So many excel at all they do, not just that Elite Eight team. And it was great to see so many of the great basketball alumni who have the reception and get honored by the crowd here at Yoder Arena. We're going to take a little bit of break. We'll be back here courtside in just a few moments to run down the first half stats, get you ready for the second half of play. EMU leads 33-31 over Hampden Sydney and the Tigers. You're watching EMU Royals basketball.
Introducing the new website and mobile site from Old Dominion Realty. It makes finding your dream home that much easier.
I really like that house. Click on that one. It's really nice that on the website it focuses on local customers.
They show similar houses right in that area we're looking for.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
We might have to make a visit.
We might.
Trust the team at Old Dominion Realty to help you start making memories.
Yeah, man. I think my team's really going to make the playoffs this year.
Man, you're crazy.
Crazy. You want to hear crazy? How about 0% for 72 months on all 2017 Subaru models?
You will receive an authentic game day football with every new Subaru purchase.
Score with the Wade Way at Bob Wade Subaru.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
On the train test range, the search for any possible weakness continues. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. It's hard to stop a train.
Clear to zip. Break a little. Touchdown. Very good job. Game on.
We're back at Yoder Arena where the alumni presentation has concluded. And before we move on from that, I just want to say what a great job it was from Athletic Director Dave King to get all of this settled in, as well as sports information. James DeBoer, who's worked tirelessly on this project and getting everybody here and making sure that, Jeff Elliott did a great job of announcing everybody as they came onto the court, moving right along, and it took up pretty much the whole halftime, almost all of it. Anyway, when we get back to basketball in a few minutes, EMU will have a 33-31 lead. I've been doing ODAC basketball since the early 90s. So many of these players I saw that were great, I respected. Some of their actual plays came back into memory for me, and of course the Elite Eight team. Great to see Tom Baker back here, as he was the coach for EMU in the days that I first started being associated with the league. And you can't say enough about what not just the Elite Eight players mean, but everybody who's built this program over the years, and coming back to receive that round of applause here on Alumni Day. Well, the Royals lead 33-31. A couple of reminders. The Running Royals play a couple of road games next week, including at rival Bridgewater on Wednesday. They'll wrap up the regular season with 2 home games the following week, hosting Shenandoah on Wednesday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, followed by Emory and Henry on Saturday, February 17th. The EMU women are playing at Roanoke College today with a 3:30 tip. Down in Salem, the women will return home on Tuesday when they host Shenandoah University. The start time for Tuesday's game is 7 o'clock here in Yoder Arena. The EMU men's volleyball team off to another great start. They're in Pennsylvania this weekend, opening conference play after a 3-0 win at Teal on Friday. The Royals have a huge match against Juniata College this afternoon at 4. And the EMU indoor track and field teams are also in action today, participating in the Camel City Invitational in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. All of the recaps and information about all of the EMU teams, emuroyals.com. 33-31, the Royals lead. Hampden Sydney shot 54% in the first half. EMU 41.4%, but they made 5 of 16 of their threes. Only 1 of 3 from beyond the arc for Hampden Sydney. Battled the boards, went Hampden Sydney's way slightly, 17-14. 22-14 as we take a look at some of the first half highlights, thanks to our friends from Telemedia. And the highlight package with some of the big plays of the first half, including Tariq Caldwell there, who leads EMU scorers with 8 coming off the bench, and easily the biggest game of the year for Tariq. Isaiah Harris-Wynn has 7, 6 for Malik Jones, 5 for Zavi McCants, and Jerome Jones has 3. 2 apiece for DJ Hill and Rashawn Latimer to wrap up the scoring for EMU. Hunter Keane off the bench leading the way for Hampden-Sydney and the Tigers with 9 points. 5 points for Chase Johnson, 5 for Guy Gamaris, and Kevin Quinn with 4. We'll have to see if Kevin Quinn is able to come back. He was in some pain with a knee injury at the end of the first half. Malik Crute with 4, 2 points for Nick Chase, and Justin Reed as well with 2 points for Hampden-Sydney. The Tigers turned the ball over 8 times, EMU 7 in that first half of play. Tigers got 14 points off the bench, 15 for EMU. Second chance points, a few more for Hampden-Sydney there, 6-2 in that department. And the Royals will get set for the second half of play with a 2-point lead. Glad to have you along for EMU Royals basketball and Alumni Day. Of course, the halftime show is powered by Centera RMH. I'm Scott Lowe. Owen Longacre will join me here in just a little bit. He's still glad-handing after all of the alumni ceremonies of halftime. Great camaraderie from everybody in attendance here today. Now, I'm telling you, your hands are just stinging red, aren't they?
Oh, man, it's been what a great halftime, seeing everybody. Great catching up.
And people are from all over.
That's right.
You know, Ohio and Florida and so many from Pennsylvania.
Texas.
Yeah.
George Johnson came up from Houston for this, so a lot of commitment.
No reason to be disappointed, but wasn't there a way to do a shoot-off between everybody or something? I would have loved to have seen something. Sydney gets the ball first, in and out on the long ball by Chase. The Royals with a 2-point lead now in the ball to begin the second half. Jerome Jones for 3, doesn't go. The rebound to Crute. Back in the game after the injury is Quinn. That's good. In the lane, I thought he called traveling before the shot. Instead, called a foul.
Yeah, on the floor, I think, on Sammy.
So Thomas with his first foul of the second half. And the Tigers play down by 2. Long shot is short. I believe that was Quinn, who's back after the knee injury. Latimer. Out of Jones in the corner. Wrap around entry pass to Thomas. Now it's back out to Isaiah Harris-Wynn, a little short.
A long way away for that shot.
Yep. He's feeling it, but didn't connect on that one. Tried to take it in the lane, almost had it taken away. Was Chase. He gets it in the corner. And now they'll set it up with 12 on the shot clock. Crute on the dribble, looking for the screen. From long range, it's Chase Johnson connected. He has 8, and that gives Hampden-Sydney the lead.
Yeah, Royals giving up too much penetration to the middle of the lane. That's where you get your best threes on the kick out. Really got to limit that dribble penetration.
Royals down by 1, 34-33. Latimer from 15. Whistle away from the basketball again. But a few of those today. Once again, it's going to be on Sammy Thomas. Wow. Yeah, that one hurts. Sammy's third.
Yeah, nobody coming off the bench, though. I think Kirby wants to play through it, show some perseverance, see if he can't turn it around.
Johnson trying to dribble through Latimer, can't do it. Quinn to Reed, and now in the lane, but can't finish is Crute. Good take, but it didn't go. Leak to Isaiah Harris-Wynn. Around the horn, Latimer to Jones to Thomas. Thought he was going to go up. Now he's got it. Makes his move and gets fouled with the body. It's going to be on Chase. It's his third.
That's his third personal foul. Team first, Travis Clower into the
So Clower will come in. Back in the game and off the bench is the leading scorer for the Tigers in this game, Keene. He has 9. Take a kid out with 3 fouls and replace him with the leading scorer. It's not so bad. In the corner wide open is Malik Jones. Thomas the rebound, the hook. Hung up on the rim, didn't go.
Good move.
Couldn't push that one in. Tigers are up by 1. Technical foul coming up.
Wow, I don't see that often.
He drew a little bit of notice of the stripes in the first half with some John, and now he's on the bench. It is going to be on Nick Chase, so it's his 4th. And Clower will go to the line.
Well, you know, and that's just, it's silly for a couple of reasons. One, you're going to give the other team a free chance of getting some points, getting some rhythm. Now he's got 4 fouls and 1 from the bench, so he's probably going to sit even further along the half and really just take yourself out of the game from some frustration. So just not a smart play all the way around, but benefits the Royals.
Clower missed 1 of 2. 87% free throw shooter on the season. His 1 free throw, however, that he made ties us at 34. And I will echo your sentiments. You don't see that very often at all.
Especially bizarre, you know, looking that he's a senior. You'd think by now he'd understand a little bit more of how far you can push a ref or what you can do and what you can't. But really a bizarre play.
So now the officials coming over the scorer's table to make sure what's right. And I saw one of the officials say to our clock operator over there, good job. And what's up on the shot clock is 18. And tied at 34, the Tigers out of the technical foul with the ball. Keene can't get the reverse hook to go. And Keene's going to get called for the foul, fighting with Sammy Thomas.
Yeah, good strong rebound. Got both hands on the ball, swung through. Rewarded for it.
On the replay, you see Thomas getting the rebound, and Keene needed to give up by then. Tigers back in the zone. Latimer, short rebound, Thomas on the floor. Kicks it to the corner, Harris can't hold on. And it'll go out of bounds to the Tigers.
Yeah, unfortunate. Worked hard to get the rebound. Couldn't quite do anything with it.
We remain tied at 34 with 16-16 left in the first half. One thing you can say about today with all of the electricity of Alumni Day, it's been a great basketball game thus far.
Absolutely.
The floater doesn't go. Here comes Isaiah Harris-Wynn.
Great push right there. Great push. Looked ahead, didn't see anything, decided to take it all the way himself.
That's one of those flashes of brilliance that when you see it, you know EMU's better than their record. It's just hard to get opportunities like that, but when they're there, Isaiah Harris-Wynn looks all conference. Keene, turnaround hook. Rebound, Isaiah Harris-Wynn. Latimer will take it. Same way, blocked by Keene, but I like the idea.
Yep, great drive there.
And DJ Hill will come back in for EMU. For Sammy Thomas.
And if you're looking for a one-on-one matchup, watch Hill and Guimara's battle here. They just both came in. They're both fresh. Let's see what they both have.
Both good players. Guimara's with a few inches on the freshman Hill. Malik with 10 on the shot clock. Looking for a pick from Hill. Got it in the lane. Malik Jones. Nice job by Hill on the screen set.
Yeah, I really like that. You know, he wasn't out of control, decided just to do a little pull-up and use his greatest strength, which is shooting touch.
Isaiah Harris-Wynn trying to take it away from Justin Reed will get called for the foul.
Yeah, tough call. You see that called a lot, but, man, it really looked like he got around on him on that one.
Royals lead by 4. Here you see Harris-Wynn trying to deny the basketball to the low post. It's called for the foul. They loop it in, and it'll go out of bounds, so they try to loop it into Guimara's. Royals now the basketball with a 4-point lead. Can they make it 6? Hill now to Latimer, looking for a screen. Clower was open for 3. Malik Jones pulled up his dribble, and did he get the foul?
I think he brought 1 foot up, but he didn't bring them both, so nice pump fake, drew the contact, threw it up.
It was going to be a wild shot when he put it up, but nice job by Malik to draw that foul.
Yeah, and as a coach, those are the ones that just drive you nuts. You know, you don't stay on your feet, you jump at the guy.
Malik Krug gets called for the foul, and that's his first and team foul number 4 of the half as Jones buries the free throw. Jones' second opportunity is in there. It's an 80% free throw shooter coming into the game.
Well, full court pressure here.
The Tigers a little bit out of control, but then underneath the finish.
But I like the pace here. You know, the Royals are starting to push it. Look at that. Good things happen when you push that pace. Really get the other team a little uncomfortable. I want to see him keep it up.
Probably one of the best three-point shooters in the conference all year, but rarely gets that good of a look. Made him pay. Maris doesn't go. The rebound.
Got to go. Got to push. Got to push.
Clower trying to get it to Hill. Clower almost pulled the trigger on another 3 and then throws it away.
Yeah, you know, slowed it down there, got a turnover. I'd really like to see them get the ball up the floor.
Timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout as well with our score. EMU 43, Hampden Sydney 36. You're watching EMU Runnin' Royals basketball.
Introducing the new website and mobile site from Old Dominion Realty. It makes finding your dream home that much easier.
I really like that house. Click on that one. It's really nice that on the website it focuses on local customers.
They show similar houses right in that area we're looking for.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
We might have to make a visit.
We might.
Trust the team at Old Dominion Realty to help you start making memories.
Alongside Owen Longacre, I'm Scott Lowe. It's EMU basketball, and we're glad to have you along on this Saturday afternoon. Thanks also to Telemedia. And Royals off to a good start in the second half, Owen.
There we go.
And that makes it even better when the Tigers just throw one away like that.
I know I said it before, but I don't think Hampden City is going to be comfortable with that full court pressure. I think if we can stay in that, good things are going to happen for us.
And you mentioned pace and intensity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we picked up at full court, got a little run. These next 3 minutes, you know, let's see where we're at the 10-minute mark. We can't push this out to 10, 12 points. Might be able to really put our stamp on the game.
Royals after the turnover. Flower puts it in. Isaiah Harris win. Malik Jones, the strong take. Off the mark, it doesn't go. Isaiah Harris win.
Good luck.
Inside to Keene. Rolled around, in and out. Caldwell with the rebound. He's back in. What a take. And a circus finish.
Great push. Great finish.
Malik Jones with the hoop.
She had a lot of body control on that finish to get around two defenders and still touch it off the glass.
Nine-point EMU lead as they defend. Good defense by Malik to force the fadeaway. Kind of an out-of-control shot by Keem Anthony. And just across the timeline, Krug's going to get called for the foul. And that's his second. Team foul number 5, 12:24 to go. And you're right, this would be a big possession because the Royals get it here. It's a double-digit lead. Started off slow, only a couple of points in about the first 5 minutes of the game. Since then, the Royals have played very well with a 9-point lead. McCants stops and pops. It's deflected, and here come the Tigers. Whistle. Going to be called on EMU. And that's on McCants.
Yeah, the refs have been all over that today. Got to learn from it. Really got to get around the established position before you try and reach. They've been calling it both sides all day.
Should curb it in. Put Rashawn Latimer back in the game. That was the first foul on Zaki. Here's Quinn. Inside, and now the 15-footer is good from Justin Reed. Tariq Caldwell, a little short. He was open. Or rather, not a little short, a little strong is what I meant, clearly. Inside they go. And that's Jake Hahn, the freshman 6'6", who's gotten into the game. And out of Albemarle County, he's made his mark very quickly here in the second half. Flower in and out. That's his shot, just doesn't go. And once again, Hahn got it done from inside. He says, watch what I can do from outside. Doesn't connect. Latimer cut off before he can get to the hoop. Malik Jones sets it up, gets the screen, and then fades away. That three ball's off the mark. Royals lead by 5. Tigers on the run, and inside the lay-in goes to Justin Reed. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. 45-42. The Royals lead is only 3, and you're watching EMU Royals basketball.
Sydney calls timeout.
I think my team's really going to make the playoffs this year.
Man, you're crazy.
Crazy. You want to hear crazy? How about 0% for 72 months on all 2017 Subaru models?
You will receive an authentic game day football with every new Subaru purchase.
Score with the Wade Way at Bob Wade Subaru.
Back in the second half of action where the Royals are up 45-42 with 10:54 to go. Malik Jones now with 2 3 balls in the game has 12 points to lead the Royals. Hunter Keene had 9 at halftime, still has 9. That's the individual that's leading Hampden Sydney in this game. And the Royals had a 9-point lead. I blinked my eyes and now it's only 3.
Yeah, you know, we were talking a little bit during the break, but I think their greatest strength is being able to push the ball, but the only way you can push it is really on a miss. So you got to get a stop, and then, you know, things seem to accumulate from there. So starts on defense, push the ball. I think the Royals are going to be just fine.
So out of the Tigers' timeout, here come the Royals. Malik took that pass and just had a look in his eye. Knew where he was going, had an idea. 47-42, the Royals up by 5. And there is Kevin Quinn's off the mark 3, but he will put up a bunch of them if you give him the opportunity. Somehow or another that shot won't count, but it should.
It would have counted in the NBA, I can tell you that.
That's right. Malik Jones on the continuation. There's the take. The previous possession by Malik Jones to get his total of 14. His defender just didn't know he was going. Malik again tries to penetrate. Baseline, Jerome kicks out. And there's Rashawn Latimer in and out.
Yeah, absolutely. Pushing the back.
Is that going to be on Jake Hahn? It is, number 41.
Yeah, good call right there. Good physical basketball, but definitely got an elbow in his back.
That wasn't even close, we saw on the replay. I've seen less contact in a WWE match. All right, well, maybe that wasn't a good example. Sometimes there isn't any contact in a WWE match. Caldwell goes to the line and makes his first free throw.
I can tell you this, halfway through the second half, and we're already in the one-on-one. That's a good sign. That tells you we've been aggressive.
Long time to go. In and out that free throw. 6-point EMU lead. That foul's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, moving screen.
His second personal foul, TJ. And Thomas back on the floor for the Royals. EMU ball.
Thomas comes back in for EMU. The foul was on McHale with that screen. Malik on the left-hand dribble. Malik threatening to take the game over. I can feel it. Sammy Thomas kicks back out. Now back into Thomas.
Great job throwing it out, reposting while the defender relaxes, and then getting even better position to make a layup.
Great defense in the backcourt by McCants. Almost came up with the steal. Second half intensity is all EMU. It kicked it up quite a bit. So after the ball's knocked out of bounds, the Royals will once again apply pressure in the backcourt.
Yeah, picking up full court. I'm Kirby. I'm staying in this. Almost another turnover right there.
I don't know if they realize how sneaky quick McCants is. He's showing them, though. That's twice. Wells playing tight man-to-man the whole court. McHale has it taken away.
There it is.
Latimer takes it all the way. They'll go to the line. So McHale, nothing to do but foul him. And that's McHale's third. It's the chance to get it to double digits if Latimer can put them both in. Latimer, a 67.9% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 13.7 points per game.
Yeah, and if we can live at the charity stripe the rest of the game, it's going to be tough to stage a comeback for Hampden-Sydney.
Johnson was well defended in the left corner. McHale. And the step back three doesn't go for Crute. And the Royals can make it a 12-point advantage, or 13 if that goes. Thomas with an offensive rebound. He says, I'll just take it up. Double team. Now kicks out to Latimer. Dribbles in. McCants can't penetrate. Jones to Latimer to Malik, and they'll set it up with 12 on the shot clock. Thomas wide open underneath. Credit Malik for getting it to him.
Yeah, great pass by Malik Jones. Saw it the whole time, just had to deliver it right on point.
Royals extend their lead to 12. Crute can't get that one to go, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, that's going to be another one on Sammy Thomas. I believe that's 4.
Royals have benefited today by some great center play by Tariq Caldwell. And he'll be asked to do a little bit more now with the 4th foul on Sammy Thomas. He or DJ Hill. It looks like Coach Dean is going with Tariq. And that's, maybe there's a lot to be said about that because I don't know how much it happens with other teams, but in Kirby Dean's system, I'll always look down at players who weren't getting a lot of playing time and suddenly they are. Tariq's one of those examples. And it's what you do in defense, in practice, that gets you there.
Yeah, I think it's just it's encouraging for those players that, you can earn time. It's not a set rotation. It's all about where you're at in that current moment.
Royals got it underneath, in past the zone, and Jerome Jones further extends the EMU lead.
Especially for freshmen, sophomores. Three-pointer by Hampden-Sydney.
Yeah, that's Quinn, who now has 7. He's a great shooter from beyond the arc, but here's one, too. Latimer in and out. Caldwell, quick for the rebound. Malik Jones doesn't go. Fight for the rebound between two Hampden-Sydney players. And there's Quinn again. High post to Gamarez. Good slice to the hoop there by Johnson, but he got too far under the hoop. Oh, what a leave. Latimer to McCants. It doesn't go. Offensive rebound, and I hope. Is that Isaiah Harris win or did it? No, that's Caldwell.
Yeah, I think he took a shot to the head. The refs called timeout for player safety, but I think he'll be all right.
Caldwell gets up, a little frustrated. It looks like he's okay. There's the replay there. McCants doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. Caldwell. Goes to the floor. Royals lead is 10. 6:25 to go. DJ Hill making his move and draws the foul. And Gamaris says, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, exhibiting a lot of frustration. I'll be honest, the Sydney players look a little tired. I think their legs are getting taken from them on that full court press, and they're making some mistakes they might not be used to making because they're tired.
And that's where the defense becomes your offense. Wearing down the Tigers, it'll be DJ Hill at the line for EMU. Hill has 2, and both of them from the stripe. Clower comes back in for EMU for McCants. So it's Clower, Malik Jones, Latimer, Isaiah Harris-Wynn, and the guy on the free throw line, DJ Hill, in the game right now for EMU. Sammy Thomas on the bench with 4 fouls. Tigers with a big shot there. Out of bounds, it'll go to EMU. If that had gone, it would have trimmed it to 7.
Yeah, there's not a lot of lift on their shots. I'm not sure they're used to playing at this type of a pace.
Not a lot of arc on that last 3. Timeout on the floor. Thanks for joining us. We'll let you know that EMU basketball is brought to you by La Morena, Mexican Deli, Cottonwood Realty, Finders Keepers, Surplus and Outlet. Also Partners Excavating, Don Largent Roofing, and Muddy Feet Graphics. Harmon Construction, Kreider Four Seasons Equipment, and Francesco's Italian Restaurant. Moyer's Automotive, A. Abel Plumbing, Klein's Dairy Bar, Advantage Physical Therapy, and Big L Tire Pros. Gift and Trip, Hussey's Automotive, Helmuth Builders, Parkview Federal Credit Union, and Reed Laughlin Farm Bureau Insurance. So the Royals have seen this before. Victory is within their grasp against a conference opponent. And both of these teams, where they are trying to get from where you do or you don't.
Well, I think it's going to come down to execution. You know, you got to make your layups when they're there. You got to convert on free throws. And whoever does that better, it's going to take home the win today.
Come tournament time, you do or you don't go on the road, and the Royals need a couple of wins to get to the dome. Flower?
Sydney in a 1-3-1 here. Look for the Royals to go box and 1.
Isaiah Harris-Wynn with the long ball, and the reason the Royals are getting that back because of the hustle of Travis Clower.
Yeah, Kirby's begging his players right now to really drive at those gaps because a 1-3-1 really clogs the lane, but there's a lot of gaps to drive and kick for 3.
Clower the inbounds, Malik Jones. I thought he was going to catch and release. Clower to Latimer. Penetrates, elevates. Clower fighting for another rebound. Another chance for the Royals. Malik taking a little air out of the ball here. Gets the screen from Hill. Reverses his dribble. Kicks to Latimer, who takes the baseline. Back out to Malik, but instead it's picked. And Malik says, I'll take that back, please. And straight to the hoop. That's goaltending. That's goaltending.
Wow, missed one there.
Oh, Kirby Dean is crazy over there. Oh, it's going to go out of bounds to EMU on the play down the floor. Oh, Kirby's right. Look at the play. Look at the replay. That is goaltending.
Jeez, he was right there.
Three guys wearing stripes with whistles on the floor. Everybody else in the arena saw it. They didn't. Underneath Hill, double teamed. Taken away by the Tigers. Johnson, wraparound pass. Guy Gamaris can't convert underneath. Isaiah Harris win to Clower. Great transition by the Royals.
Great play right there. Great unselfish basketball. It's fun to watch.
So with that, the Royals 12-point lead. Nice job there for the Tigers. Chase Johnson, who with that hoop now has 10, and he'll go to the line. Sammy Thomas back with 4 fouls. Good take there by Johnson. McCann's back in for EMU. Keene back in for the Tigers. Tigers will be in the bonus the rest of the way, but the Royals still only with 16 fouls at this point. Johnson missed the opportunity to cut it to single digits. Clower's open for 3, yes.
There we go.
Was there any doubt?
There we go, good looking stroke right there.
Nice penetration once again, and they'll take a quick timeout after Krutz penetration finish. 3:32 to go in the game, 61-50. As you see, Hampden Sydney gathering around D. Vic. Not too many more home games for Kirby Dean here at Yoder Arena. After this one, Royals are on the road at Bridgewater Wednesday, next Saturday at Randolph, and then Valentine's night, Shenandoah. And then the final home game for our seniors, the final home game for Coach Kirby Dean, unless there's some in the ODAC tournament after that, or one in the ODAC tournament after that, Emory and Henry. The senior day will be, I think, kind of unlike few others I've seen since I've been involved with the EMU basketball, with this many seniors who've contributed this much to the program.
Yeah, a lot of them playing since their freshman year, so a lot of good memories, along with Kirby's last home game. That's going to be a special day.
So the Tigers got the hoop, called the timeout, and EMU will put it in bounds with an 11-point lead, 3:32 to go. And you can't blame the Royals for backing off a little bit and trying to run some time, but you got to do what brought you here. Jones picks up his dribble. Malik passed up the open 3. Has it blocked, and then eventually taken away by Hampden Sydney. On the break, they tried to get it to Keene ahead of the pack. It's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Harris Wynn to get back, just tip it out of the clutches of the Hampden Sydney player.
Johnson ahead to Quinn. Guarded by Clower. The entry pass to Camaras and the foul. They're going to send Camaras to the line. So Clower's second foul. 1-on-1 time coming up for Camaras, who has 5 points. Latimer back in for Zavi. It's the line of gratitude there from the Royals on the sideline. And the Brazilian gets the first. Mares makes it a 10-point EMU lead. He can trim it to single digits with the main free throw here. And 1 tick under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, this game's not out of reach. The Royals have to finish strong here. Don't be fooled by the score.
Mares comes out of the game. Jake Furrow goes in for him. And now it'll be Hampden Sydney on the full court press. Isaiah Harris Wynn dribbles through traffic. Clower ahead. Well, the Royals will set it up. Defense to Thomas away from the basket. Now Clower takes it strong. What a great first step by Travis.
Yeah, shows a lot of poise there. Great finish.
Quick step there from Clower. So, now 2:22 to go in the Royals. Trying to hold on for the win, and that is going to help the Royals' case very much. The foul's on Keene. So it's his third, and the Royals will put it in bounds in the backcourt, now up by 11.
Well, let's watch the trap come here right as they cross half court. Here it comes.
Trap back in midcourt almost again was Malik. Entry pass to Thomas is intercepted by Crute. Open three in the corner. That was big for Hampden Sydney. Trap in the backcourt. 63-55 EMU. Latimer says, let's just slow it down, boys. We can sit there and watch the time clock evaporate a little bit. Defense intensifying here for the Tigers as they're down by 8. Latimer. Right up in the air. Clower steps for the long. Was he inside the?
Big shot right there by Clower.
Clower will only get 2 for that one, but it's a big 2. Contact, no foul. Sammy was trying to draw the charge. 1:04 to go. And the Royals up by 8 will be fouled by the Tigers.
And Clower's showing a lot of toughness today. Really heady player, making big shots when they need him, coming to the ball and relieving the press. One of his best games I've seen in a while.
He's got 13 points. And he has a chance to increase that. The best free throw shooters in the conference. Hits the net there. Starting to smell good for EMU win. After the game, we'll run down some of the stats for you, the story of the game, and then about 20 minutes after the game is over, Coach Kirby Dean will have his comments at EMURoyals.com. Back up to a double-digit lead for EMU.
Ooh, good block by Sammy, but I think I had him on the arm before.
So it gives Hampden Sydney a chance to score with no time evaporating.
His second personal foul, team's 8.
And if it had been on Sammy, it would have been his final one. Raheem Anthony, the freshman, off the mark there with the first of 2 free throws.
Back in for Hampden Sydney. Anthony now with 1 shot.
And Anthony gets another opportunity here. Pressure in the backcourt as the Royals look to break that. Now it'll be fouling time, one would think, for the Tigers. Nope, they're going to let him play. The Royals can start to feel this one. 34 seconds to go, and the crowd can too. Royals look to be on their way to their 4th conference win. Malik, sure, why not?
Yeah, there it is. That'll seal it up.
Exclamation point. 17 for Malik. 15 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So the alumni came here in droves, and they're not only going to go away, as there's some contact, everybody gets up okay, go away with warm memories of everything that happened in the gym today, but also the running Royals coming up with a win.
Yeah, you know, that might have hurt Clowers a little bit, but I'm sure he'll take 2 more free throws before the end of the game.
He and Malik vying for high scorer in the game here. Clower? now has 16. Malik has 17. Any way to get 8 more points in the last 9 seconds so we can get ice cream? I don't think that's going to happen. The Royals have 72.
Well, great defensive effort, by the Royals today, only giving up 60 points. That's going to win a lot of games.
Final score, 72-60. The Royals run their record to 9-11, 4-8 in the ODAC. For Hampden Sydney, they fall to 5-16 and 2-10. And the EMU men's basketball postgame show is powered by Centera RMH. At Centera Sports Medicine Center, there are many ways to define an athlete. The mom who carves time out of each morning to run, the retired grandfather who loves his Wednesday golf game, and the local high school athlete playing under the Friday night lights. For the team at Centera Sports Medicine Center, doesn't matter how you define an athlete, their extraordinary team will get you back to the active lifestyle you love. This is sports medicine. Well, Owen, happy Alumni Day to you.
Yeah, thank you. It's like I said, it's been a special day, but it's just a testament to the program as a whole and having a lot of people show up from different areas and coming out to pay homage to Kirby and his final season. So it's a good day to be a Royal.
72-60 the final. The Royals shot 39% from the floor to 47% for Hampden Sydney. But the Royals had 13 more opportunities at the hoop, 51 for Sydney, 64 for EMU. 8 of 31 from beyond the arc for EMU, that's 26%. 4 of 13 for Hampden Sydney. They had 8 of 16 from the stripe, EMU 14 of 19 from there. Turnovers were about even, 15 for Hampden Sydney, 13 for EMU. And the points off the turnovers were even as well. Battle of the boards, however, went EMU's way big time. They really rebounded in the second half, 40-30. And for the most part in this game, EMU was outsized. Sydney usually had bigger players on the floor.
Well, I think it was a story of two halves. That second half, you saw the intensity, the effort, a lot of second chances, and oftentimes those second chances result in three-pointers. So, when you look at a game, that was tied about halftime and you win by 12, those little plays, they really add up in the long run.
EMU was led in scoring by Malik Jones, 17, and Travis Clower with 17. 9 for Tariq Caldwell. Isaiah Harris went with 9 points but 10 rebounds. Savvy McCants with 5 and Jerome Jones with 5. Rashawn Latimer had 4 and Sammy Thomas had 4. DJ Hill with 2 points for the Royals. 11 for Malik Crute and 10 for Chase Johnson, the 2 players for Hampden Sydney in double figures. 9 for Hunter Keene. Justin Reed with 8. 7 for Kevin Quinn. 7 for Gamarez. Jake Furrow with 3. Nick Chase with 2. Also 2 for Jake Hahn. 1 for Raheem Anthony. Final thoughts from Yoder Arena.
Great effort by the Royals. Really picked it up in the second half, really gave the fans a treat. So, good win today.
Good win for Kirby Dean and the Royals. And down the stretch, just a few more, including only 2 more home games here for Coach Dean in Kirby, not yet Kirby Arena, in Kirby, Florida, Yoder Arena.
That's right.
But who knows? From Yoder Arena, and for everybody here, for Owen Longacre, for James DeBoer, for Dave King, and the folks from Telemedia and everybody watching and listening today. The Royals come up with a win. I'm Scott Lowe saying we'll see you next time for EMU Royals basketball.